Well, good morning, friends. Once again, I am here to tinker you. Today's topic is electric potential, right? What is electric potential? Up till now, we have cleared the topics electric field, electric charge, and all these things. After that, what is electric potential? What does it mean? What does it signify? It simply measures the degree of electrification, you could say, of a charge. What does it mean? Suppose I am having a point charge Q here. It will have its own region up to which its presence can be experienced. That is the electric field of this point charge. If I consider a test charge Q0 at infinity means where the field is zero and the particle is not experiencing any force on it. Now, if I want to bring this charge particle, this test charge particle Q0 from infinity to a point inside the electric field, suppose A is the point here where I want to bring this Q0. So, what will happen? If I bring this Q0 inside the field of Q, naturally Coulombian force will start acting on it. And we have to do some work to overcome the repulsive force of this. So, to bring this Q0, if the work done is W infinity to A, I could say, then by unity method for a unit positive test charge, what will be the work done? Simply W infinity to A via Q0. This W infinity to A via Q0 gives a new physical quantity that is known as VA, or I could say electric potential. Of point A. How to define it? What we got? VA as W infinity to A via Q0. Unit of W as usual, Joule. For Q, Coulomb. And this Joule per Coulomb is given a new name, Volt. Unit of potential difference. Unit of electric potential. Up to now, electric potential is Volt. Now, this potential is depending on W, so it is a scalar quantity. As work is a scalar quantity, electric potential is a scalar quantity. What does it mean? It means it will follow the algebraical laws of addition or subtraction. Means if it is positive, it will be positive, if it is negative, it will be negative. Now, question is that how to define this potential? We got this formula VW infinity by Q0. Let Q0 equal to 1 unit positive test charge. Simply 1 unit charge, I could say. Then what will happen? This VA will become equal to W infinity to A. What does it mean? It means the electric potential of a point inside an electric field is defined as the amount of work done to bring a unit test charge particle from infinity to that point. Simple. How to define it? As you people might be noting it down, so I am just writing a bit of that. Amount of work done to bring a unit test charge particle Simple definition. So we did talk about that it will follow the Laplace law of addition and subtraction. What does it mean? If the point charge is positive, for positive charge, this electric potential V will be positive. For negative charge, it will be negative. Now, how to find out the electric potential of a point inside an electric field? How to find out of a point inside an electric field? For that, nothing to do. Simple. I am considering a point charge Q, and let A be a point at a distance r from Q within the electric field of this point charge. Remember, this electric mass, it should be within the electric field. Then, what will be the electric potential of this point A? That's what we want to calculate, VA. Right? For that, what we do, we simply consider a test charge particle Q0. When we say test charge particle, means it is hypothetical, it is not real, we are just considering it at infinity. Now, what I want to do, I want to bring this test charge particle from infinity to this point Q0. Right? As soon as this Q0 reaches at point A within the electric field of this point charge Q, what will happen? What will happen? Coulombian force will start acting on it. According to Coulomb's law, the force experienced by it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q Q0 by R square. This force will start acting on it. But what is my requirement? My definition says that the electric potential of point A, VA, will be W infinity to A by Q0. Now, how to calculate this W infinity to A? As the position of infinity is not fixed, any point outside the field will be infinity. So, what we do? We just consider a point B within that field at a distance dr. At a distance dr. Right? So, what will be the small amount of work done? Work done to displace the test charge from A to B. Let it be dW, and our definition says it should be F dot dr. If I substitute the value, it comes out to be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q Q0 by R square dr. Right? This will be the small amount of work done to displace this charge particle from this point A to B inside the electric field. My requirement is what? W infinity to A. So, the total amount of work done to bring the test charge from where? From infinity to A. What will be W infinity to A? Integration rule, simply integral of dW ranging from infinity to A. Substitute the value of dw 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q0 by r square dr. Now, how to calculate? If I consider this q at origin 0, 0, 0, say, if I say correct. So, what will be W then? W infinity to A 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q0, nothing to do with the dr. So, they are taken as common. We left with integral 1 by r square dr. If I consider this Q to be at origin, then what is the value of this point from the origin? It will be r. So, limit will be infinity to r. So, W comes out to be Q0 by 4 pi integral infinity to r to the power minus dr, right? And simple integration formula for the basic learner, if you do remember, integral of r to the power n dr ranging from r1 to r2 is nothing but rn plus 1 by rn plus 1 ranging from r1 to r2. By this process we can solve it. It is especially for bio students. Mathematician must be knowing this. So what we got? Q0 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and it comes out to be r to the power minus 1 ranging from infinity to r. If we substitute the value, Q0 by 4 pi epsilon naught, upper limit is r, so it will be minus 1 by r minus 1 by infinity, right? As infinity, how we define it? Any fraction whose denominator is 0. So 1 by infinity will be 0. So what we left? We left with W infinity to A equal to Q0 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus 1 by r, right? Or if I do some adjustment, it comes out to be minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by r. This is the work done to bring the charged particle from infinity to the point A. By the definition of electric potential, what we have? VA is W infinity to A by Q0. Substitute the value of W infinity to A. What we have got? Minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by r upon Q0. So Q0 was hypothetical and get cancelled. So what is left? So VA comes out to be minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r will be the electric potential due to a point charge, right? Where Q is the point charge and r is the distance of that point from the point charge, right? As it is a scalar quantity and this negative sign will prevail for all, so in general, the electric potential due to a point charge, we simply take the value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r, ignoring the negative sign. So this is the formula, right? Now, how to calculate? Just take an example. Suppose r is 20 centimeter and Q is plus 10 microcoulomb, and I want to find out the electric potential at A. So what should be the value? Q we have got plus 10 microcoulomb. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6, so it will be plus 10 to the power minus 5 coulomb. R is how much? 20 centimeter. So we use the SI system, so 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, right? And substitute this value, V will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Remember, again I am repeating, it is a scalar quantity, so we will use this plus or minus sign. If it is plus charge, we will write down like this, 10 to the power minus 5 divided by 20 into 10 to the power minus 2. Right? Just calculate it. 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 10 to the power minus 5 divided by 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 with plus sign. So what we got? So by calculating this, 4.5 into 10 to the power 9 minus 5 my plus 1, right? So what we will get? 4.5 into 10 to the power plus 5 with positive sign both. This will be the potential of this point, right? If it is negative, if the charged particle is negative, suppose Q is, I am taking minus 25 microcoulomb, that is minus 25 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb, and R, let it be 25 centimeter. So what will we be here? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Again I am emphasizing it is negative, so we have to write down minus 25 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 25 into 10 to the power minus 2. 25 can be cancelled. We are left with minus 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 10 to the power minus 6 by 10 to the power minus 2. It comes out to be minus 9 into 10 to the power plus 5 volts. That's what I mean. Being a scalar quantity, it will follow the algebraical laws. So if it is positive, potential will be positive. If it is negative, potential will be negative. Right? This is the electric potential due to a point charge. Right? Now, charge always flows from higher potential to lower. To make this concept clear, remember, positive potential, positive charge automatically means higher potential. Negative charge means lower potential. It's just a case of electric cell. Positive means higher potential, negative means lower potential. Charge always flows from higher to lower, right? This is the concept of flow of charge. Then we have potential difference. Electric potential difference, right? Suppose I am having a point charge Q. It has got its own field, and I am considering 2 points, point A and point B, right? Naturally, this point A will have its own potential, that is VA. B will have its own potential, will be VB. This VA minus VB is nothing but the potential difference. And in commercial term, what we call it? Voltage. How to define it? Just consider Q0 be at A. Now I want to displace this Q0 from A to B here, and distance let it be RAB, right? So VA minus VB will be WA to B by Q0, right? If you talk about definition, again the same process, let Q0 be 1 unit positive test charge, right? Then VA minus VB will always be WA to B. What does it mean? The electric potential difference between the 2 points inside an electric field is defined as the amount of work done to displace a unit positive test charge from a point of higher potential to a point of lower potential. Remember, for positive charge we will use from higher potential to lower potential. If it is negative potential, negative unit test charge, for negative charge it will be from lower potential to higher potential. That's how we define it. Amount of work done to displace a unit positive test charge from a point of higher potential to a point of lower potential. That is electric potential difference, or generally we call it voltage, right? After this electric potential and potential difference, how to interrelate this E and V? Both are the characteristic of a point charge, electric field and electric potential, right? So, how to interrelate electric potential and electric field? Electric field means here electric field intensity, right? Suppose I am just considering a uniform electric field. This is positive plate, I could say. Let it be negative, and it represents a uniform electric field E. Right? These two plates are at a distance D, right? Having a potential difference of V between these two plates. So how to interrelate this V, E and D? So for that, just consider a charged particle Q0, or Q you could say, let it be Q0 in between. What will happen? By the definition of field intensity, E is what? F by Q naught, or I could say F equal to what? Q naught E. Means when a charged particle is placed inside a uniform electric field, it experiences a force. If V be a function of R, then E can be calculated by using the gradient formula, that E is the gradient of potential difference. And if E is the function of R, then potential difference can be calculated by using the curl of E, right? That's how we calculate electric potential difference. So the force experienced by the Q naught will be F equal to QE. As the force is acting on it in the direction of field, what will happen? It will start moving. Suppose it moves up to a distance here, up to by a distance D, you could say, the distance between these two here, Q0, name it A and B. Then amount of work done to displace it, WA to B, will be what? F into D. F we have got Q0 E into D. This WA to B via Q0 will become E into D. And by the definition of potential difference, this VWA to B via Q0 is nothing but VA minus VB is equal to E into D. Right? This is the relation. And VA minus VB is nothing but the potential difference. Let it be V equal to E into D. This is one of the relation between V and E. Right? And E can be written as V via D. So one more unit we can get for the electric field intensity. It will be volt per meter. And up till now what we were having, it was Newton per Coulomb. Means volt per meter or Newton per Coulomb are the same unit relating to electric field intensity, right? That is very simple, but it is especially for uniform electric field. It is not necessary that field is uniform always. So how to interrelate in that case? Suppose V be a function of R. Mathematics student must be knowing that V is related to R. In that case, this E is nothing but minus d by dr of V. Mathematically, we call it negative gradient of the potential difference. Remember this fact that electric field intensity is the negative gradient of potential difference provided that V be a function of R. When E is not uniform, it is not continuous, right? Then how to calculate it? Just for example, V is given as R square plus 5R. And calculate E at R equal to 2. So what this formula says, E is minus d by dr of V is what? R square plus 5R. Simple differentiation, what you will get? 2R plus 5. Right? E in terms of R will be minus 2R plus 5. At R equal to 2, E will be minus 2 into 2 plus 5. And it comes out to be how much? Minus 9 unit. If it is in a SI system, it will be Newton per Coulomb. That's how we can calculate. Right? Electric field by using potential difference. If the potential difference be a function of R. Just opposite to that. How to find out the electric potential if field is given? So what we have got, E is minus d by dr of V, negative gradient of potential. Our integration rule says that V will be the negative integral of EdR ranging from R1 to R2. Right? If E is the differential of V, V will be the integral of what? E. And in physics terminology or in mathematics terms, it is called curl. Curl of E is potential difference. Right? This year they have asked in CBSE. Right? So what we have, condition is that this E should be a function of R in this case also. Right? Suppose E is given R square plus 5, or why should I write 5 only, 2R. Right? Calculate V from 0 to 2. How to do that? In that case, V equal to, very simple, 0 to 2, E is R square plus 2R dr. Right? Use the integration formula, what you will get? R cube by R3 ranging from 0 to 2 plus 2 R2 by R2 ranging from 0 to 2. Right? So what we will get? 2 to the power 3 by R3 minus 0 plus 2 square by R2 minus 0. So what is left? 8 by R3 plus 4 with negative sign. Remember, this is negative curl of this. So it comes out to be how much? 4 3 is 12, 8 20 minus 20 by 3 volt will be the potential difference. That's how we do it. If it is given in a uniform electric field, we can simply use the formula E equal to V by D or V is equal to E into D. But if E and V are the function of R, then we can use this mathematical system. Now, electric potential due to an electric dipole, as we did calculate electric field intensity due to an electric dipole, same way we can calculate the electric potential also. So what we have got up till now, the electric potential due to point charge is V via 1 via 4 pi epsilon naught Q via R. Right? Same way here also, we will have two types of points. If the point lies along the axis, we name them axial point. If the point lies along the perpendicular bisector, it will be Q, Q dash. We name them equatorial point. So we will calculate one by one the electric potential by an electric dipole at an axial point. Let P be a point at a distance r from the center of the dipole where we want to calculate the electric potential. So name it, let it be A and B. Electric potential at P due to plus Q charge of the dipole what will it be? Let it be V1 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge is positive, so we will add on plus, and distance is A to P. As it is a scalar quantity, so nothing to do with the direction, so I will left with 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught plus Q by AP is nothing but R minus L. Similarly, the electric potential at P due to minus Q, let it be due to minus Q charge, V2 will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now charge is negative, so we will add on minus Q by BP. Distance is BP now. So BP is what? It is R plus L. So it will be minus Q by BP, that is R plus L. So scalar quantities, hence the total potential. Electric potential at P, V will be V1 plus V2. We just go through this one. V by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. We left with 1 by R plus minus L minus 1 by R plus L. This negative is because of minus Q sign. So what we will get? If you sum it up, it comes out to be V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R plus L minus R plus L by R square minus L square. Its LCM will be A plus B into A minus B is nothing but A square and B square. So what is left? V equal to, or I will just make an adjustment, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into 2L by R square minus L square will be the electric potential at an axial point. As what we have, Q into 2L is nothing but P. If you do remember, it is electric dipole moment. As L is very much less than R, so ignoring L square. So electric potential at a point, at an axial point, comes out to be what? V equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square will be the electric potential at an axial point. Similarly, we can calculate the electric potential at an axial point, at an equatorial point. At an let P be a point at a distance r from it. So this distance will be r square plus l square, its power half. Same way here, it will be r square plus l square, its power half. Right? Electric potential due to point charge is what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. So what will be V1 due to this plus q charge? V1 will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught plus q by distance is now AP. What is AP here? It will be r square plus l square, its power half, this distance AP. And due to minus q, it will be V2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus q by r square plus l square, its power half. Right? So what will be total potential at P? It will be V1 plus V2. If you just check these two values, they are equal and opposite. Right? So it comes out to be 0. The V at equatorial point is 0. Remember this particular one, most of the time they do ask in 1 marks question. What will be the electric potential at an equatorial point? It will be 0. Right? Just for the competitive point of view, just remember one more formula, at a general point. As we did in electric field, V at any general point other than these two is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by r square into cos theta. Remember, where theta is the angle formed by that particular point with respect to this dipole, center of the dipole. This is theta. This is a general point, making an angle theta with the dipole. Right? And if you just apply this formulation for equatorial, it will be 90 cos 90 is 0, or I could let it be for axial first. What we have? Theta will be 0 and V comes out to be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. The usual formula for equatorial, theta is 90, so will automatically becomes 0. That means it is correct. That's how we calculate the electric potential. Thank you.